Chocolate Man is back. I'm back with another beautiful video. I need to drink some of this chocolate. And I do feel quite stuffed. My nose is stuffed. My hand hurts a bit. So yeah, it's been interesting to make courses. It's wonderful because it's not as bad as I was thinking, because I was thinking it's going to be super difficult to make them. But because the weather is not so goddamn hot, I am able to make these courses way better because I'm not sweating. Like, I remember when I made the last 6 courses and I was sweating bullets, and now I am not so much sweating at all, which is crazy interesting. Although this weather has really started to depress me a bit. The lack of sunlight, as you can see, it's overcast. I feel like I'm back in the Netherlands again. Except there was no drizzle, no drizzle. And oh no, I've put half of the internet on my back now. So the idea is that I was trying to sell the camera beforehand. Like, look at how sneaky I am. The only thing that's motivating me to really make the courses super fast is the fact that I need to sell that camera, this camera over here. And because I need it to film intros. And to film intros, I need to film from 2 angles and I need 2 cameras. And fortunately, I bought a camera that I can use to film those intros, which is super nice and interesting. And I can basically just do that and have a lot more fun with it, like this. But I'm going to try to sell it after I film the intros and after I finish the courses, which will be by next week probably. And I can profit off of it. But I do feel like, I do be feeling like I should sell things a bit faster so that I can have a bit more money to bounce on deals if I get deals, because sometimes I do and I don't have money. I did in the past, and I borrowed some money from my papa. I gave him the money back, but in like 5 days. But the point is that it's always better, and I not only do I have to sell the camera, I do have to sell the iPad as well, because I don't need it to make courses anymore. So that would be interesting to do. I'm gonna do that as well after I finish the courses, and I'm gonna have some cashews to play around with, to buy some new stuff, some new interesting stuff that I can sell. And I can probably profit off of this camera as well. Not a lot, but I can definitely do some profits. I've already profited off of the fact that I sold the other camera before I bought this one. So the profits off of this one is not going to be impressive. It's going to be like, I don't know, 50, 80 bucks probably. So that's going to be what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do other things. Going to try to buy some other cameras and some other items. I need to diversify into other items as well and see what I can... and I'm going to need to make this a bit more professional, just because it has the potential to double my income every single month. And it kind of did. Well, it doubled my savings, not my income. So that's awesome. So if it doubled my income, that would be absolutely amazing, because I would put my savings onto just to work to double it every month. Well, I don't think I'm able to double it every month, but I would be able to probably Just rinse and repeat, and take about 25 to 30%, 20 to 30%, let's say, profit. And do that every single month, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times a month. So that's almost 100% every month. If it's 3 times, it's almost 100%. So 60 to 90%. So that's a lot of money. And the money that you put in, you get it back. So it's awesome. Like this month, I almost doubled my income with just one camera, 2 cameras. With 2 cameras, I almost doubled my income. So, but I do have to sell it. I do be having to sell it first because, well, you need to sell it to have the profits. So, yeah, I should be testing it as well. I will be tasting it. I will be testing it quite soon after I just delete off all the footage that I have in the card, and then I'm going to do the courses. Before that, I need to take Sophie out. She's sleeping like this. She's so funny sometimes, and I started to train her with the ball, the toy, and with the food. So she's super happy with that. She kind of likes the ball super, super intensely. And our training is getting very, very, I doubled the wrong word there. It's getting very productive, and I'm super happy to do that. I didn't take her on very, very long walks, just 45 minutes to an hour, 2 times or 3 times a day. So yeah, well, 2 times a day. And once I just take her for a short walk. So 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So that's about 2 hours just spending the time outside. It's good to have these reasons to just go outside and play and have some activities. I think that because I'm walking Sophie and I'm training her every day, it's really a nice activity that I can do outside, and it's a bit more productive than just walking, because sometimes I used to walk by myself before I had Sophie and get my bike and ride it around, but it was a bit depressing, just looking at people. And this, it's more active. I do have a lot more activity to just train Sophie and do some things rather than just walking around and looking at other people. I can focus on Sophie and her training. And that makes me more happy. Another beautiful day is over. I got a bit frustrated and I felt quite a bit of bad emotions, which is super nice. I enjoyed it after I realized, oh, I'm feeling intensely. So that was a good thing, but it took me about 30 to 40 minutes until I felt like it actually took me 30 to 40 minutes until I realized I was frustrated and angry. And then I was frustrated and angry at Sophie because she ate off the pavement 3 times, and she wasn't listening to me. And I was super disappointed. And then I got angry at myself and at her. And yeah, it took me about 40 minutes to realize that I was angry. And then it took me about 30 minutes to realize that I don't need to get rid of that anger and that frustration. I can just feel it because it's an emotion and I want to feel strong emotions. And then I meditated, and of course it subdued for a little bit. And then I got a bit more angry, realizing some other things about other stuff. And yeah, I met with a friend, and we talked. We had a little bit of fun going to a bar. I drank a non-alcoholic beer yet again. And I did some shopping. And of course, I finished another course, which is amazing. I can show it to you. I can show it to you. I have my little iPad over here. Look, a beautiful cat. A beautiful, it's crooked. It's crooked cat. But it's funny because it's like this. It sits like this. Look, like it's my cake. It's my cake. Yeah, and tomorrow I'm gonna do another course, and the day after tomorrow I'm going to meet with my editor to give him 3 courses. I decided to give him half, and then because I don't have enough money to pay him for the 6 courses, because I bought this wonderful camera with the lens and everything else. So I'm going to actually, oh my God, why is this so tight? Come on, man. Why are you so tight? Ah, perfect. I was just checking. And yeah, I tested that camera again today to just make sure that things are not bad with it, because I got a very, very good price on it. And I was thinking I got scammed, but I didn't, which is super, super duper nice. And I'm going to edit the videos, eat some more because I'm a bit hungry, and play with Sophie because I've been bad, and I argued with her and said no, no. And yeah, it's interesting because I train dogs and yet she doesn't respect me. Like other dogs, they go like, oh my God, this guy is so different. He's like, I don't want to get on his bad side, you know? Like even big dogs are like, yo, this guy is one of us. And my own dog is like disobeying me the most. Like I had trained other dogs who were like, okay, I'm not gonna question your authority at all. And Sophie's like, I don't care. I'm gonna do whatever I want. And she is like that with everyone. I had a friend who's a trainer and he said the same. Like she's really questioning authority so many times. And it's not good. It's not a good trait in a dog. You don't want that. You don't want a dog who's constantly needs to be reminded that we don't do some things, you know? We don't eat off the pavement and we don't do other things as well. So and we don't well, yeah, she just doesn't care about authority. And I've noticed that with big dogs as well. If the big dog tries to dominate her, like it's a big ass dog, and they try to dominate her, she barks and she goes crazy at those dogs, no matter how big it is. And I didn't defend her. I don't defend her. I don't try to do any of that. And yeah, she has gotten away with this behavior with other dogs, with bigger dogs. And yeah, it's crazy how she doesn't let herself be quote unquote dominated. But with humans, it's a bit different, as in she doesn't learn. She has to be reminded all the time of boundaries. Certain boundaries are okay, but other boundaries where she thinks like, oh, I can do whatever I want, she's like, with other boundaries, it's easier because she's not so attached to them. So, like for instance, if I tell her not to come in the kitchen, she's not gonna come in the kitchen. She understands that because it's not very attractive. It is kind of attractive if I'm eating, but she understands that that's a boundary. She's not gonna find anything on the floor because I never leave things on the floor. And yeah, she's not gonna be interested in any of that or eating from the trash. But I constantly close the door because Sometimes she starts eating from the trash. And yeah, it's, oh, and also her bedding. I have to lock the other room all the time because I've told her so many times that she's not allowed to take her bedding and take it into another room. And I've actually reprimanded her, and she doesn't want to listen. When she's like, oh, I want to take my bedding, she's bored and she takes her bedding and she starts eating at it compulsively. So yeah, she does those things. So, or she used to have this bad habit where she would eat her nail, one of her nails, and she would eat it until it would bleed, and I would have to like really stop everything I'm doing and concentrate on her to make her, like, for 2 or 3 minutes, like, no, stop, so many times until she actually stops. She was like, I'm stopping, and then going back, compulsively doing these things. So it's, yeah, well, what can you do? No dog is perfect, as no human is, and I'm not perfect as well. So yeah, I still feel a bit disappointed more than angry. I don't feel angry anymore. I'm just sad because of this behavior. But I will get over it. And I will fight it in my heart to forgive her and accept her the way she is and try to help her be a better dog. That's the only thing that I can do. And yeah, like I had a German Shepherd, and in 11 days, he learned not to be aggressive towards other dogs. And that's even more instinctual than just the things that Sophie does. And I did the same behavior. I did the same things. But with Sophie, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that much. She's like constantly has to be reminded. Like, even if I'm in the vicinity, like, other dogs are like, no, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Okay, this guy is gonna, like, tell me how it is. And yeah, she's a special dog. Small brain special dog. Look, she doesn't have a care in the world. She doesn't have a care in the world. Hello, Sophie. Hello. Mwah. I love you. 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 She does not have a care in the world. She's a very independent dog. And I think I don't know if this is true, but I think she got this from me. I don't like people telling me what to do as well. And I never really submit to other people's authority. I partially submit, give them the impression that I did, and whenever I want, I just do whatever I want. So I think it's just a mirror. It just shows me how I am and how annoying it is to other people. And yeah, it is actually exactly like, that's so funny when I noticed those traits in her. Like, I'm doing this constantly. Like, I make people think that I'm submitting and doing whatever they want. And whenever I change my mind and I want to do something else, I just abandon all of the submission, or whatever you want to call it, and do whatever I want. I don't feel any emotions towards the fact that I changed my mind, that I now am doing something else. I don't feel like I'm gonna be reprimanded, and even if I am, I'm just gonna be like, okay, scream at me. I'm still gonna do whatever I want. And that's exactly what Sophie does. And it's so crazy and annoying. But when I do it, it's okay. I think I found the humor in this situation, so we can end the video here. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow.